Or vlogging? No. Hey girly pops, what's going on? I feel like I should let my hair down because I straightened it, and if I'm gonna get 5 days out of it, I might as well put it in a video. I can't believe the year my hair is the longest it's ever been is also the year I have to shave my head. Shatter me shirt. So I got a lot of books since we last talked. I feel like I should explain the book buying ban I'm on and why I'm on a book buying ban. A couple of weeks ago, I became aware of this book that was coming out that we could pre-order, and the first 500 pre-orders were signed. This book is by Keaton Henson, who is a renowned recluse who like doesn't perform concerts, and I want to die listening to his music because it's so good and so relatable, and he has anxiety and depression. He understands me, and he like doesn't leave his house because he's so anxious all the time. A fucking mood. No one has ever seen him, so like a signature, priceless. And I was like, sure, I'll get one of those. So I go to the website and everything's in pounds. He lives in England, so I was adding it to my cart. I was like, we'll see how much it costs in the end. I ended up clicking order before I thought about it, and I was like, oh, it's only 45 pounds, whatever. Long story short, I bought a book for $92. I told myself, you know what, that's the same price as my book buying would have been over the summer. I'm just not gonna buy any books the entire summer. Since then, I've gotten books. Realistically, I only bought one of these books and it was $2, so we're still doing kind of good. First book I actually got a while ago, but it's sent to my P.O. box and I've just now got it, and it's out now. But it's Searcy by Madeline Miller, who is the author of Song of Achilles, which I read last year, definitely last year. She has a master's degree in, it says classics. I don't know if that's like classic literature or just like everything before the year 1900, who knows. She writes about retellings of mythology, which I know nothing about other than my very limited Percy Jackson knowledge. It's just gonna be a good time. Song of Achilles was really good. She has super atmospheric writing that really fleshes out the characters, which I think is interesting because they're mythological beings, and I'm like, but you sound like a real person. So I love that. Penguin Teen was lovely as always and sent me a handful of things, and I will show you those now. First book I got I've never heard of, and it's contemporary, and I don't read contemporary anymore, but it just sounded really good. The synopsis that I received for this on an email was: a status-obsessed senior unexpectedly falls for a freshman because of his Danny Zuko audition in their high school's production of Grease in this outrageously funny novel set in 1991. So this is a 90s set book about kids in theater in high school, and it's everything I wish my life could be because I wish I'd done theater. It sounds like it's gonna be a fun time. Another book I picked up on a whim just because it was like a thing I could read in 30 seconds if I wanted to is I'm so sorry, I don't know. Guide to Life, which is a little graphic novel told by an egg telling you how to live your best life, which is basically my memoir. There's a little egg butt on the back, pretty cute. I'm sure I'll just fly through this in like 20 minutes, so have that if I ever need to figure out my life. And lastly is a book that I kind of skimmed over the first time that I realized it's been on my Amazon wishlist and I didn't even realize. This is the paperback of This Is Really Happening by Erin Chack. Erin Chack is a senior reporter, not reporter, like researcher, writer person at BuzzFeed, and this is a book of essays from her. I started the first one. It was about finding out she had cancer at age 19, so I think this just has a different selection of stories from her, and it's supposed to be humorous and witty, so I'm always down for a book of essays. This next book I got completely randomly in the— oh, you can see me in the mirror that whole time, that's embarrassing. Okay, whatever. This next book I got randomly in the mail. It's from my Amazon wishlist because people somehow can find that. Tipping the Velvet by Sarah Waters, which is on my wish list because it's a femme/circus historical fiction book, which sounds great. So this book is from Maddie, and she just wanted to send it to me just cuz. Thank you, Maddie. I'm really excited to read this. I have not heard anyone talk about it except the people who recommended it to me saying it's real good. I'm here for it. Lastly, I want to talk about the one book that I read or picked up. I'm not reading anything, let's be real. Restore Me ruined me. I was at Recycled Books once again because my new home. I found in the classics children's section Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I know nothing about this series. My mom read it when she was a kid, and we have copies of them somewhere, I think, that are like destroyed. I've talked about this before, but I want to go back and read some classics children literature that I missed out on as a kid. So I have they're gone. I have some, but they're not on that shelf. I just want to re-experience some childhood feels, even though I didn't experience those feels initially as a child. So if you have any favorite children's book you think I'd like, let me know. I got 2 packages today that I just went and picked up. The first one, I got a little baby sampler of Reaper at the Gates. I remember nothing about this series. I think I listened to the second one on audiobook, and then the first one I read in like 2015, so I just don't remember. But I do want to get to this one. I just don't want to reread them before doing it because book 2 was not good. We'll see. And along with that, they sent me a little penguin bracelet in Peta's favorite color, so we stan. Then I got sent a package by surprise from First Second Books. I haven't heard of either of these, but they're graphic novels, so they'll go by quickly. All Summer Long by Hope Larson. This is by the same author that did the Wrinkle in Time graphic novels, and this is about a 13-year-old and her best friend Austin, who went to summer camp. She's bored. Hopefully there's lesbians or something cool. I don't know, but the swag that came with this book is like a guitar pick and like a summer camp. No, the summer camp thing's the other one. Music. Oh, there's a guitar on the cover. We love smart people. We'll go into that and see. And then the other book I have is called Be Prepared by Veera Broskol. This is the same author who wrote Anya's Ghost. I've read that. Okay. This is obviously about a girl at summer camp. No, this is set in Russia. If you haven't read Restore Me, you might like this book. No one else cares except for me. It's probably a good book. I'm sorry, Veera. Basically, this girl that's miserable at summer camp, which sounds exactly like me. So, great. That's everything. I'm sorry that took forever. Okay. Hi, friendos. It's my new goal to start vlogging every day. I think it will inspire me to read more. I think it'll keep this vlog more regular. I can upload more consistently. Let's try that. Today it is the 25th at 1 a.m. so technically the 24th. Winter's birthday. I feel like a broken record updating you on what I'm reading. I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse telling you over and over again that I'm still reading Clan of the Cave Bear, but I'm actually getting really not really far into it. I'm still only like 75 pages into it, but I'm making progress. Things are happening. And I finished a book and I want to talk to you about it. I finished Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray, which is the second book in the Diviners series. I listened to these on audiobook. I do not own them, which is sad because I love them and I need to own them, and usually I listen to books that I own, but this time that is not the case. The series is a historical fiction paranormal hybrid. It's about kids from the 20s learning they have powers and defeating paranormal ghosts, but it also deals with religious cults and racism, testing on people with paranormal powers. The way I describe it to people is BuzzFeed Unsolved meets The Great Gatsby. It's so clever. Because it's set in New York City in the 20s, there's such a diverse cast of characters, not even just with races, but also with sexualities and disabilities. It's just real cool, and it's a really easy audiobook listen if you're in a reading slump like me. Even though the books are like 20 hours long on audiobook, I just saw the third one was 21 hours long, so it's longer than the other 2 I just listened to. They're just captivating, and they get you in that world, and I love the characters, so highly recommend. I'll probably give Layer of Dreams like 4.5 stars, just because the length and it can sort of drag. That is my update. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good morning. Good morning. Hi everyone, it's 11 a.m. on the 25th. I'm just having a grand old time procrastinating. My class is canceled for today and I would love to say I'm gonna spend the whole day reading, but I have an essay due tomorrow. This morning I started the audiobook that's the third book in the Diviners series, which is called Before the Devil Breaks You, but they're just a fun little time. I'm gonna finish that series. Actually, I think there's more than 3 books. I think after this one they're gonna keep going. Maybe I'm wrong. But I got a book in the mail yesterday that I want to mention before I forget. I'm gonna stop doing like book hauls in the middle of my vlogs and just mention books as I get them. So here's one that I got yesterday. I did a books for trade and got a copy of A Darker Shade of Magic, the special exclusive edition. I have already read this entire trilogy. It was one of my favorites of last year, probably my favorite series after Six of Crows and Shatter Me. The special edition has special artwork that I will show you now. Here's the note that came with it, so thank you, Olivia. But here's the book. It's dark outside. Look how cloudy and rainy. There's my boy. That's Mr. Kelmaresh, and there's Lila Bard, the weird twins that no one cares about, Astrovars. And then on the opposite side there's Holland, some demons, and then Kel and Ree. But if you haven't read this series, do it, because it's beautiful. It's now 4:45 a.m. on April 26th. I did not do any reading today, but I did write an essay that's due tomorrow before finding out it is actually due on Tuesday. So I wasted my day being productive. I did make my way a little bit through the audiobook I was on, so I'm like 2 hours into Before the Devil Breaks You, and that's it. But I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. It's only 11:30, which means I've succeeded in my goal to vlog once a day. It's the 26th. I think it was the 26th, the last clip, because it was like 4 a.m. But it's Thursday today. Thursdays are my busiest day, so I did hardly anything today except class and work. However, after work, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time to read, which I haven't been doing at all. So maybe this vlog is helping. I'm currently in the middle of 3 books. I've already talked about them a million times in other vlogs, so I'm not gonna re-explain that. But I picked up Vox tonight, which is the book about 2 people having a conversation over a phone sex hotline, and the entire book is told through dialogue. And I was on page 40-ish when I picked it up, and now I'm on page 92. I'm gonna read this until I'm sleepy and want to go to bed. It's only 150 pages long, so I may end up finishing it. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe one of these days I'll vlog, and it's not gonna be this background. Only 2 more weeks left of class. Ooh, also, I think I edited out where I explained this in a previous vlog, but I had an interview for an internship this summer, and I just got a call back for a second in-person interview, so I might post this before that happens. If so, wish me luck. Good morning, party people. It's currently 1:15 p.m. on the 27th of April. I'm just having a lying in bed day. That's what today's gonna be. I have a meeting at 5, so it's actually gonna be a lay in bed till 5 type of day. Oh. That was the face of me realizing I have an assignment due tonight. I'm settling down and reading Burial Rites. Ooh, I should mention, last night I finished Vox. I already put it over on the other side of my room, so I can't hold it up, but you saw it earlier. Gave it 4 stars. Interesting book. I've mentioned several times I'm in like a monkey brain phase after finishing Restore Me, where I just want to read like trashy, easy to consume books because I'm just dead inside. And that book was definitely trashy. It was interesting. It's one of those books where I feel like I should have read it with a book club or read it for class, because there's so much to unpack, and I can't decide if I like the characters or not, if they're creepy or if they were likable or both. But I did underline a lot of quotes that made me think. It was a fast, interesting reading experience, but I feel like I could have gotten more out of it if I would have understood it better, I guess. I don't regret reading it, even though it was weird. So I'm gonna make my way through this now. Okay. I can't do that. Cardi, I'm sorry. If I look like I'm suffering from acne and sleep deprivation, correct. It's 5:58 p.m. on April the 30th. I have had 2.5 hours of sleep. I didn't vlog yesterday because I didn't read anything. I listened to like an hour of my audiobook while I was like tinkering around. This is just a really bad week to vlog because we're getting to the end of the semester. That's not an excuse. I'm just lazy. But I did get 2 books in the mail today. Oh, I painted my nails. That's another thing. I had a project due today, so I painted the nails. I cleaned my room, all the fun girly stuff. Anyway, I got 2 packages today, and I wanted to show them to you because that's what booktubers do. First book I got, I don't remember if I requested this. I do not remember doing that. I do know this is on a lot of people's most anticipated lists for 2018, and it is Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. Love this cover. She is magnificent. This book is about a Wiccan, is that how you say it? I'm so sorry. Teenage girl, so she like practices witchcraft, and it's about high school. I just saw the word suicide pact, so this is a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not into witchcraft. Like, I have a list of topics that I find really boring in books. Pirates, mermaids, witchcraft, can't do it. I might try this. I doubt I'll be able to get through it, so I might just pass it on to another reviewer who can review it before, what month is 5? May. But they sent me a really cute pen along with this that's buried in the bottom of my backpack, but it's just this logo right here. So thank you, Penguin Razorbill, for sending this to me. This second book I actually was expecting. I got an email on Goodreads if I wanted to review this. Typically I ignore those, but I clicked on this and it sounded so interesting. I'm gonna give it a try. This book is called Vox by Christina Dalker, or Dalcher. I'm sorry, Christina. I don't know how to say your last name. It's been so long since I've read a synopsis of of a book and been like, based on that alone, I want to buy it. This is one of those. This has the potential to be really good or really bad. It's a world where women are only allowed to speak 100 words per day. The price for exceeding one's daily quota is a painful electric shock administered via the word counter on every woman's wrist. There's rhetorical questions on the back that say, how would you raise your daughter to be strong and independent? How would you teach your son to respect women? If you only had 100 words a day, what would you do to be heard? I think this book is so timely. I hate to call it a near future dystopia, but for real. There's been mixed reviews. I looked this up because I'd never heard of it before, but I just could not pass up that synopsis. If anything, I just wanted to let y'all know about this book's existence and kind of give it a little promo. This is an advanced copy. It comes out in August. If I review it before then, I will definitely let you know if it's good. I have an essay due tomorrow that I've started, but my professor said get different sources. So I'm gonna ignore his advice and turn it in as is because I'm not about to rewrite my whole paper. I have a lot of packing and cleaning to do, so I think I'm going to turn on my audiobook. I did start another ebook just because Monkey Brain was like, you want to read porn. So I started Last Will and Testament by Dahlia Adler, I believe is her name. This is a new adult series that I get recommended all the time when I ask for healthy romances. It's a Filipina main character. I'm like 10% of the way into it. I'm not loving it. So far the main character's reactions to life are just really unrealistic to me. Like, the book begins with her parents dying, which isn't a spoiler, it's on page 2. In the entire book, she's just kind of like being sarcastic and laughing. I know that people handle grief different ways, but I just couldn't fathom why she would be like so high functioning and like sarcastic and playful with people when this devastation has happened. So it's just really hard for me to come to terms with. I'm sure as soon as the actual romance in it starts, I'll be like, it's great. Yesterday I said I would get my life together, clean my room, shower, and do my project. That didn't happen. I literally went to bed at 7 a.m. So right now I'm going to turn on my audiobook, read as I do stuff, go shower, finish my essay, get some dinner, and do shit today. I made 2 adult phone calls today. I made a mock interview appointment. Who does mock interviews? Me, bitch. I'm getting that internship this summer. I'm just talking now because I'm so delirious and I haven't had a human interaction all day. Bye. Hey, squad. I had an event tonight where I had to read one of my short stories to a crowd of people, and I was so scared. I was sweating bullets and stuttering, and halfway through I was like, the mic is being weird, and he had to come fix it. It was so embarrassing. I want to die. So that was sehr interessant. Right now I'm back in my room for the weekend. It's a Friday night at 5 p.m. Realistically, I could read, but more realistically, I probably am just gonna watch Netflix and sleep. If you can't tell, I'm just moving on to any book that sounds good, and I keep just getting rid of other books that I'm reading and starting a new thing, and none of them I get far into at all. Like and retweet if you're also in a reading slump after Restore Me. The other day, my pre-order of Akathos came in, and I started reading that. I don't even remember what chapter I'm on. I'm on like chapter 7. Here's the thing. I'm not hate reading it because I love Akamath to death. It's cringy, but like I like the characters and the world. Like Sarah's writing, apart from the way that she crafts worlds and characters, I want to love her writing. Like reading about Valeris, like I would love to visit Valeris. It's a cool world. But she ruins everything by like the way she writes and like the hypocrisy and like what she's trying to do versus what she actually does. And like the characters and the porn is just so over the top. So people are like, oh, why you just hate reading Akathos? And I'm genuinely not. Like there's parts of it that I like. First of all, I'm bored. I've already skipped Cassian's chapter because I don't care. And it's just wild at certain points. You can check out my Twitter thread for specific thoughts. Like, I'm not so far into it that I can give you the consensus on what it's gonna be for me, but I probably am gonna rate it like 3 stars. And this is coming from Monkey Brain Whitney, who like wants to read porn. It's so much. Oh lordy, I'm gonna just sip some tea. Bone apple tit. I haven't continued any of my other books, even the audiobook I've been meaning to listen to while I clean my room. Which brings me to my next point. We're gonna end the vlog here. I am so busy over the next week with finals, job interview, packing up my room and moving out. It's gonna be nutso. I don't think I'm gonna vlog for a little while, therefore, hope you enjoyed this one. Everyone have a good life. Goodbye. The truth is, I am a toy that people enjoy till all the tricks don't work anymore. Then they are bored of me. I know that it's exciting running through the night, but every perfect summer's eating me alive until you're gone. Better on my own, they say. You're a little much for me. Your reliability. You're a little much for me. So they pull back, make other plans. I understand. I'm a liability. Get you wild, make you leave. I'm a little much, but na na na.